Welcome back to the Just Gara podcast with Just Gara. Okay.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you. Well, I guess I just had my first taste of the filthy side of this business. Modeling just
There are
sucks.
people walking
Modeling
around,
just
so I'm being
sucks.
very quiet. Welcome to the Just Gara podcast with just fucking Gara, but no one's fucking Gara, and that's the problem. I just had a few more studio visits again, which went well. Also, as a comedian, you don't really talk about what you do stand up about. I cannot say how many times I've been in an Uber and the Uber driver asked me what I talk about in my comedy, which I always feel like they want me to just say that I'm trans, but maybe I'm just reading into things too much. I don't know what I want to talk about. What am I watching? I watched the Netflix series One Day, which I regrettably went into expecting to shut it off in 15 minutes. And I tore through the whole thing, but will not watch the last episode because you just watch it. You watch it. I'm literally not giving away anything. I have not said a damn thing, but my God, the girl is just so fucking incredible. Why don't we know more about her? Like we keep seeing the guy just like get inebriated on live television and then we're talking about it for like multiple episodes and I'm just like, who's her family? I don't know what it's called One Day. I know it's based off of a book, but that's, whatever. I digress. What else am I watching? I have been rewatching Gilmore Girls and pretty shamelessly slurping up that slop. If I had to watch a show for the rest of my life, it's not that it's my favorite show of all time, but I would choose Gilmore Girls. I have a show tonight. It's called Tea for Tea. It's at the Bell House. Don't worry about coming to it because I'm not even going to post this until tomorrow, probably. Another thing is, I'm doing a live stream event next Sunday, June 16th at 2 p.m. I'm going to be live streaming a Bacchanalia from my studio. If you don't know, a Bacchanalia is a Grecian event where everyone celebrates the goddess Bacchus. God Bacchus? Gender's over. It's over, especially to the Greeks. All right, we're getting out the notes app now. Oh, this is a joke I'm working on. I've now lived so long that I've watched myself grow from a twink to an otter. For the ones that are saying that I have not left my twink days behind me, well, you can just come find me at 123 Suck My Dick Lane. I'm really not very otterish today. I'm really just full on twink. I, Garrelawning, am attempting to fuck a man. Ha. And um I said I cock, you cock, we all cock. I don't know. This lost its lead. I want to talk real shit about the Titanic. I want to talk real shit. That shit went down slow. That is scary. Were there stand-up comedians making jokes about the Titanic? I'm sure comedy was awesome back then. I want to talk real shit about the Titanic. Fuck, man. I want to talk real shit. Upper class and lower class, suck my dick. I don't know why I keep saying that today. I cock, you cock, we all cock. On the Just Gara podcast, I can really talk about whatever I want, which is I want to talk real shit about the Titanic. Then other people wanted to go down there and see the ruins of it, and then they died. Do you get what I'm saying? The only person who loves ships that much is Greta Thunberg. I love that girly. I will never talk real shit about her. A comprehensive list of everything that's happened so far today. I woke up. I took my dog for a walk. I lost my keys yesterday, so I had to get a bunch of keys copied. I always want to look at them while they're making the key copy, but it feels forbidden. It feels forbidden to watch them cut these keys. Trying to talk shit, but no more real shit about the Titanic. That shit's messed up. Come on. Big ship, big shit. Eat shit, Titanic. And the movie, too. No, I love the first half of the movie. I would put in just the first VHS and then it's happy. No dead billionaires in the bottom of the ocean. It's like a Irish shanty. I've already offended too many Irish people by just me being Irish. This is a painting back here. Don't talk about it. Talk amongst yourselves. This is not a concept that anyone asked for, but it is just Harry Potter, but his zit hurt instead of a scar. So funny. You guys are so lucky to have me. I came from humble beginnings. I'm actually just still incredibly poor. Okay. It's another painting. Don't talk about it. You can't just say anything you want in a gay man voice. Believe me, I've tried. I tried to talk shit about the Titanic. Offended billionaires everywhere. Like, but we must see it. We must go down there and see it. No, no, man. You're gonna die. How many more people need to die from the Titanic? I'm the editor. I'm the editor now. I can edit this. I really do think the mark of a comedian, period, is responding to your hecklers. It is such a great opportunity to see two opposed people on a public stage go at it. And one always comes out on top, and it is most of the time the comedians. Though I did have a heckler one time who just would not stop heckling me. And I did kind of come out on top because they did remove him and his boyfriend. These gay men just nothing else to do with their lives except go to gay bars. This wasn't even a gay bar. I'm losing track, guys. Yeah, hecklers. I love them. I love them. I had a resident heckler one time when Emily Dayton Evans and I were running our show, and we had a heckler come, and then we just kept inviting them back. And I'm really serious about this. Like they heckled every time. But that just makes the show more fun. As long as you can kind of control your heckler, we did have to kind of like be like, you got to back off a bit. Just on the comics who didn't know like what was happening. I understand why comics don't like hecklers, but you do understand we're like a whale and then like the barnacle on the whale. Like it is symbiotic in that way that like the other whales are like laughing and the other barnacles are laughing, and just that whale and barnacle just have a really special relationship that has been repeated through time. Oh, I need a dance partner. I've been going out dancing and I just can't find anyone who matches my skill set. I watched Saturday Night Fever, did not know that it's about exactly that. I don't know. I have this dream where I find anyone to perfectly match up with my little fake dancing world and their little fake dancing world, and we just make perfectly beautiful dance together. If I don't make it as a stand-up, an artist, a dancer, or any of the above, I would love to just teach like a salsa class in Providence, Rhode Island. I've talked about this before. Just don't really like having people in my space. I don't. Everyone's like, it's such chaotic energy. Really? What gave you that idea? Huh? This is chaotic? I live in a basement. I fucked up all my records. Well, if you've nothing to make art on, you just kind of become just start trashing your stuff. It's hard to make jokes about art. I think it's because like in the nature of making art, you're kind of just supposed to like be as open to possibilities as possible. And then in stand up, You're really just shooting for one thing, and that's the laugh. Parents, that's an interesting thing. I don't really have them anymore. My dad was kind of like a single dad, and my mom and I have a relationship that's been broadcasted on podcasts. So I love her. She's amazing. In like a she's my kooky aunt type of way. Been parenting myself. That feels like an important thing to do when you are 27 years old. Cross country pin, high school cross country pin. Maybe I could sell this. There's terrible lighting. Okay. I have a lot of self-doubt. I don't know if that's obvious or not. Probably not, because I dress like this and I act like this, and then I have thoughts that I do, which are like pretty terrible sometimes about myself. There's this part of King, the show I've been writing. That's why I have bags under my eyes that won't go away. Where I say, at times I hold disdain for mine own self, but 'tis fleeting, lasting only a fleeting moment. They are pretty fleeting. You're just like little pinches. But like sometimes those pinches, like over time, become like this big monster. There've been times when I've dated and felt just like completely free to be, if not myself, like a freer version of myself that wasn't afraid of rejection. I'm like terrified of being rejected. But then I understand that the only way to push past that is to do literally that. It's just like ignore it. I don't like being rejected. It fucking sucks. It's like the Titanic sinking and then a group of billionaires sinking in the ocean as well, just adding insult to injury. Trying to brighten up my wardrobe, I guess, to maybe combat these vicious thoughts in my head. I think it's working. You know, gets you up in the morning. I've always been told that I'm very unique, especially by like people I'm dating, or like that I'm very special. I'm special to them. But I haven't felt very special with like the people I've dated, you know? Like other than the fact that like I tend to have a different perspective than maybe you'd think I have. I think also I tend to go for people that are opposite of me because I just think the Paula Abdul song really seeped its way into my veins when we performed it for our jazz recital. It's opposites attract. It's not important. I think I also date a lot of critics. It's people who are critical. Maybe this is because like if I maybe I'm just very self-critical and they're just like a personification of that. Maybe everyone's a fucking critic. I just made that up right now. What if everyone's a critic? I've been myself in many facets, but I would say this has been the one that's been the hardest to double down on because I can like change my thoughts, but I can't change my heart. And my heart has always been geared toward love and finding it. That's like the most important thing to me. I do feel like every day I remain single, I become one step closer to the person I want to be. But then also, it's like when you meet someone and they like really fuck up your shit in like the best way, I feel like you can jump like years within your self-love journey because you're like, oh my God, someone likes this. I also think that like people around me like think because people lust after me on the internet, as they do with everyone, that somehow that fills any part of the void. Not even slightly, not even a tiny bit. I don't want to be totally lusted after. I know that that's just like a part of like this whole thing, but I don't want that. I either want respect or I want to be loved. So then trying to get another person on board is a bit tough. I see ghosts. I do. I see them everywhere. At open mics, coffee shops, down the street from my house. Men who have just seemed to have disappeared abruptly, virtually, and then just pop up out of nowhere. Oh, so scary. I'm referring to ghosting. I find ghosting, if you've ever done it, which I have participated in the past, but now I am I was about to say a post. A post? I'm an apex predator for ghosters. I'm the ghost buster, baby. I'll bust you. There's some little spirits out here. It's like souls that are not attached to not a living thing, but they're attached to an electronic mobile phone device. And then where do they go? They've disappeared. Oh my God. And I wait day after day for their response to me. Little do they know, I can see them. Ghosters, the ghosters of the world, hear my plea to you. Stop doing it. You are building a world of karma, my friend. And I really do mean that. Because here's what happens. You ghost someone that you like relatively care about, but not enough to just like set free. And then someone comes into your life who you really care about. And then you get a taste of your own medicine. Like a bunch of billionaires trying to see the wreckage of the Titanic. And that's some just desserts from Just Gara.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you. Well, I guess I just have my first taste of the filthy side of this business.